Hi, hello, howdy, and howdy doodle. This is actually my second time recording this video because I feel like I didn't do the topic that I wanted to talk about today justice. So I want to fix that by making this video. So with all that being said, this is going to be a new type of content that we're making on this channel. Turning off my Nintendo Switch before it makes a noise. It is going to be called Yap Sessions. It's going to be a more audio focused experience for people who don't really have time to watch the video but still want to watch it. So there's not going to be a whole lot of white text on the screen from Editor Dan and all the other stuff. I still will be playing like the random memes and stuff like that, random videos of reactions and all the other stuff that will still be played, but obviously those have audio. With all that out of the way, the thing that I really want to talk about, the main thing that is making me re-record this video, is I want to talk about a very special person in my life. I want to talk about a very important, I feel like, step in my life as well. And it is an artist who is a part of a group called DPR. Now, DPR has 4 members, if I remember correctly. Yes, I know my terrible information gathering is showing, but c'est la vie. There is Live, Cream, Arctic, and the man who we're going to be focusing on today, Ian. Ian is the main one that I have been listening to for a while now. And to say that he is one of my favorite artists, I feel like is a understatement. Cause we stand big DPR Ian in this motherfucking house. DPR, we gang. Fuck you talking about, bitch ass nigga. I apologize. I don't know what most of that was. This video is probably going to get a little touchy-feely, a little, how you say, a little sappy. It's also going to be me exploring a little bit of a dark time in my life. We're going to talk about Ian, and I feel like we need to take this story back to the, I don't even remember what season it was, but we're taking it back to 2021, fresh off the pandemic. I was depressed.
Hey, I'ma dip my balls into some $1,000 dressing, cause I got depression.
And we're at a friend's house, and we are all just sitting around a campfire, and one of our friends brings out his Bluetooth speaker. We're just listening to his playlist, and he's a very big K-pop fan. But we're sitting there and we're just listening to his playlist, and there's this one song that pops up, and I've heard it quite a few times, but I never really asked him what was the song. And just for whatever reason, this in particular night, I just really wanted to know what this song was because I just kept hearing it. And I asked him, and he said the name while walking away from me, so I didn't hear him. And I'm a little Bobby, and I didn't ask him to repeat himself. So I asked one of my other friends, who said that he's heard this song so many times he knows it word for word, bar for bar. And he tells me all I got was Lovers and DPR Ian. So what I did was I just Googled it, and eventually I found the song. The song was called Dope Lovers by DPR Ian, and that song became my go-to song to play the second I got in my car, any chance I got. And it stayed that way for a couple of months. I'm fairly certain Ian became one of my most streamed artists on my rap for all of 2021, just solely off of that one song alone. Now, one thing about me is I have a tendency to be scared to listen to entire projects, to listen to entire albums, especially if I don't know what the vibe is going to be. I wanted every song on his album to be like Dope Lovers, and when I finally did decide to wet my toes, dive headfirst into his first album, I didn't like it.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I will be completely honest with you. There was only like 3 songs on there that I really cared for, and that was So Beautiful, Dope Lovers, obviously, and No Blueberries. But the rest of the songs I could care less about. But we have stated before, I was depressed around that time.
Avoid my taxes, then I'ma get arrested. Cause I got depression.
So I just really didn't want to hear any song that made me think, and I didn't want to hear any song that would make me feel sad. I just chucked it up to 3 of the songs are slaps, the rest are kind of flops. I, just don't really care for it. That was all up until his second album released. And we're gonna go on a slight tangent here. Apple Music, do me a massive favor. If I favorite an artist, obviously I want to see and hear more stuff from them. Put it in my notification bar. You have permission to be in my notifications. I find out about music from YouTube and from Spotify, an app I don't even use anymore, before I find out from you. Fix that, please. But I found out about this album roughly 6 or 7, about 2 to 3 months after it released, and I listened to the entire thing. And I think around that time I healed a lot of what was going on with me at the time, so I was ready to just listen to music again. I then went back and visited the first album. I now have all 4. Suffice to say, he has become a very important person, and he has become a very big inspiration for me in terms of music. It's time to get sad just on the second upload, baby. So, without further ado, I'm just trying to stay alive. Keep the fire down. Don't want to be alone like yesterday. Mido is a very good starting track, if I'm being completely honest. When I heard it for the first time, again, Ojel, I didn't like it. We're not gonna say how much I didn't like a lot of these songs from the first time I listened to them, because we are going to be here all day if we talk about it. But I'm going to specifically talk about my second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth listen through of this album, and this has become one of my favorite songs. It really just gets me into the mood to really want to just hear the rest of it. It's so, could not ask for a better starting track. I don't have a particular story about this one. I was just kind of driving one day, and when I decided to re-listen to this entire album, I was actually on about an hour, 2 hour long drive. I just decided, after I'm done listening to this one, I'll go back to the first album and give it another listen through. And listening to this song after listening to the second album, it almost just sounded like a different song for me. And it has now since become one of my favorite songs on this entire, just out of his entire discography. And the amount of little music videos that I have made in my head to this song are staggering, and we're not gonna talk about it. I'm fine. Y'all hear a whistle? I don't. Oh, that's just so beautiful. I got my sight for you. I can't play this song on the guitar. You can see my guitar right there, but when I get good at playing guitar, are never going to stop me from playing this song. The first time I listened to this song, I was just hitting me a nice little Irish jig for a while to this, because this was absolute cinema. But I can't really say that this song describes me, but to an extent I feel deeper connection with the song than I would like to admit. For me, just putting this out there. For me, I'm a bit of an obsessionist. When it comes to the idea of love, I'm a bit of an obsessionist for that. It can drive me to be a little deranged, a little mad sometimes, a little bitch going mental. And that's just kind of what this entire song is for me. It's just, I have a deeper connection with this song than, again, I would genuinely like to admit. It feels very familiar. It feels like something inside of me that has never left but has only been suppressed, and I don't think I really need to dissect or pick that one apart, because that one can just stay in the vault. Let's move on to the song that initially got me into Ian. There's not even gonna be a good segue. Cue it.
You're smiling, I'm sorry. She's vibing, no compass. When I live, you're dying. When I'm falling, you fall.
Oh boy. Things I could say about Dope Lovers. The amount of little music videos that I've made in my head to Dope Lovers. This song came at a very good time. Around this time, it was just a nice little escape for me, because there was a lot going on. I feel like I should have been there for 2020. I feel like I should have really came back to YouTube. I feel like I should have gotten back in my bag, because I was around the time when everybody and their mom blowing up off of YouTube because no one could go anywhere. So around 2021, when this song came out, I was in a void. I was in an emotional pit, and I just really did not know where to go from there. And it made me have an aversion to any kind of music that was depressed or any just kind of sad sounding songs, because I was not mentally ready to handle any of that. It was a never-ending pit of self-loathing and wallowing in my own self-deprecation. I may never know if I made the wrong decision or if I made the right decision by not coming back during the pandemic. But what I do know is the year following the pandemic, when things were starting to go back to normal, the day I found this song, it helped. It was that one song that has always stuck with me, and I think it'll always stick with me. It was a song that at least gave me something to just space out to and just let my mind let go of all of everything that was plaguing it at the time. And I needed that. So to Dope Lovers, I appreciate you a lot, and I appreciate Ian for making this song. That got a little dark and kind of serious all the way through. Quick question. You guys like blueberries?
Blueberries in my ice cream cake. No air to breathe with that masking tape. Stop, please. I need a hostage free. I need a rocket ship. I need to run from.
I did not know that this song was about friend groups for basically as long as I've been listening to it. I was not at all aware that this song was about the blueberries are bad friends and ice cream cake is meant for your friend group, or at least that's what I've been reading up on. Who knows? I might be wrong. I may just be grasping out into the universe and finding absolutely nothing, but just something in there makes me feel a little comfortable finding that kind of meaning in this song, because yeah, around this time I had a lot of bad friends in my friend group, and I just always hated feeling like in order for me to separate myself from bad friends, I have to separate myself from the good ones too. And to an extent that was true. I did end up having to cut off some good friends in order to cut off the bad ones, and I hope that one day that they will talk to me again, and I hope that they will realize how bad those people were for them. This song honestly wasn't even that sad when I first listened to it. I had no clue even what the story behind this was. I was just like no blueberries in my ice cream cake, no, you know, it's just no air to breathe with that masking tape, stop please, you know. It was just something that I could dance along to, you know. It's like, hey, yeah, when you just don't pay attention to the lyrics and you just only listen to just the melody and the vibe. It's just something that you can just move to. And I was moving, okay. I was hitting every dance that you possibly. I was hitting the Quan, I was hitting the Dougie, I was hitting the Cat Daddy, boy. I was hitting the two-step. You know, I was even hitting the SpongeBob. You don't seem to understand. I was out here hitting the Cupid Shuffle. This song just make me shimmy. All right, this song just really just had me in a little tizzy, just you know, a little shoulder shaking and all that. But just. Then I found out what the meaning was. And now it's just like, oh, that's, dang, me liking this song really was just ahead of its time. But just in that moment in time, boy, I was just shoulder shimmying to this one. And I had a lot of nerves shoulder shimmying to this song.
Hey girl, I heard you're leaving town. Hey girl, it might not matter now. Hey girl, maybe it worked somehow. That's what I tell myself when you love.
This is a song I'm actually learning on guitar. Hold. Pause. She may be out of tune. There's a good chance she's out of tune. Also, I play this is a right-handed guitar, but I play left-handed because left-handed is legitimately my dominant hand. So I'm just choosing to be more difficult on myself in playing it like this until I can eventually get my hands on a left-handed guitar. I know the strings and I know them slowly. Ooh, my baby might be out of tune. But I know the strings. I know them like slowly. I can't play them fast, but I know them. I swear I know them. Hold on. I realized I didn't have the strap on. And you take it to the third, ba ba ba, and then you go. Nope. I'll go to the second fret. Right, and then it just continues from there, right? So, that's all I know. Hopefully at some point I'll be able to actually play the whole song at full speed, but who knows? For right now, this is the best I got. This is the best I got. Music skills aside, this next section is going to kind of involve my partner. I was not a good partner for the first year of our relationship. To an extent, I still feel like I'm probably not even a good partner, and I sometimes wonder why they still stay with me. I still have nerves to get over. I still don't really know how long it's going to take for me to get over all of my nerves. I chose to repress a lot of emotions during the first year of our relationship, and just truth be told, I was not in love with my partner. I was just kind of faking it till I made it, and that ended up hurting us in the long term. Now, I mean, we're fine now, but those nerves are still there, and I still look back on moments like that and just kind of cringe very heavily at that, because I was and still am a piece of work, and I greatly appreciate them for being patient with me. So hey, if you are watching this, I appreciate you for taking your time with me, and I appreciate you for sticking with me, and all I ask is that you just be a little more patient with me going forward. I'm still a little stupid, and I feel like that's okay. I would greatly appreciate it if you just take your time with me. we're gonna move on from this one before we get a little too deep into the sauce. How do we feel about cats, specifically like feral cats that like run away from you all the time, or we could even just call them scaredy cats?
I think I'm scared of all the signs. Don't ever leave me alone at night. I think I'm scared, I don't know why.
There's bad jokes. There's so many fucking bad jokes in this. Scaredy Cat is another good song on this one. I don't really have a whole lot of like attachment to this one. It's one of those songs that it's like whenever I listen to it, I just kind of let my mind go blank and just enjoy it. There's probably a lot of people who are going to crucify me for saying I don't really have a whole lot of commentary for the song, but just for me, I don't have a whole lot to really say about this song. It's a great song, it's a good song, it's an amazing song, but I don't have any particular attachment or like a story for it. Anytime I listen to it, I just kind of like vibe out to it. I can't really say it's a feel-good song, but for me it's a feel-good song. It's one of those like, I'm having a bad day, I can just put on this album. When we get to Scaredy Cat, I don't have to skip it because it's just, I can just zone my brain out to it and just kind of vibe out to it. Oh, this only goes downhill, doesn't it? Welcome to the show. I cried in my car to the song.
You gonna cry in the car?
A couple of times, actually. Re-listening to this album today in preparation for this, I cried in my car again. Because for me, and this is probably not going to make a whole lot of sense, but I'm going to try to make as much sense as possible. I imagine me now talking to younger me whenever I listen to this song. I didn't like myself when I was younger. It's still kind of there to this day, and I am on the journey to try to fix that. I don't know how long that's really going to take. Hopefully not too long, because I would like to not have to deal with this when I'm at old age, you know? You should believe in yourself, and you should take time in what you're doing. There's gonna be a lot of bumps in the road in life, but that's okay. And at the end of the day, the star of your life is you, and the spotlight is on you. So you need to hold your head high so that they can see you. I was not prepared for a therapy session with myself, and I'm still not. I still carry a lot of those scars and hiccups with me. Again, we're gonna hope that they're not there by the time I'm 40, because I don't have time to start going through a midlife crisis at 35. Good God. We're gonna move on from welcome to the show. We're gonna say goodbye to the show. Did you guys know the fun thing about, because I have two lights, right? Since I have two lights, my shadow doesn't come out behind me. You know? It's almost like I have
no silhouette.
That joke didn't even make sense. But we're here now. It's a great ender to an album. It's just, it's so good. It's so good. It's got the same downtrodden kind of beat that Mido had, but just with the extra bells and whistles that just make it chef's kiss. It's a neat little bow that ties everything together and makes everything all neat and pretty and great. It's not it's not so far off that it's like a complete tone shift from Welcome to the Show, but it's enough of a tone shift that I don't cry in my fucking car. Yeah, we take those. I don't really have too much to say about No Silhouette. It's great. Like, truth be told, it's great. Again, not gonna talk about how many little music videos that are playing in my head every single time I listen to the song, but it's great. It's a great ender. It's a great closing song to Moodswings in this order. It's great, amazing. No complaints, no notes. 10 out of 10. Absolute cinema. Would listen to again, and will listen to again. So that being said, we will be segmenting over to the next album that is on the agenda for the day. You know, it's on the docket, not the literal second album, but we're hopping one and we're going to Dear Insanity. Hi, hello, Editing Dan here. We will not be continuing with Dear Insanity. We're going straight to Moodswings in 2 order, because originally I was going to have this be the first album and Dear Insanity, and then we were going to do Moodswings in 2 order along with Saints, the EP, and it was going to be 2 separate videos. But due to time constraints and just overall how big this video would end up being if I decided to slap those 2 together, we're splicing these up and they're going to be 4 separate videos. Editing Dan 2 here. The fuck they ain't. Saints is 3 goddamn songs long. We can do that shit when we tackle Dear Insanity. I don't know what nut shit I'm on, because it's gotta be the sleep deprivation. Remember to drink water and fucking take care of yourself.